Greetings and salutations from beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida. Welcome back to my channel. Now, when I envisioned this channel, I didn't just envision it to talk about fashion. I also wanted to talk about lifestyle, and not necessarily lifestyle in the sense of going out and doing things, but things that affect you in your life. So in my first attempt to cover that ground, I want to talk about surviving a breakup. Now, I know this may seem like it's coming out of left field. A lot of us go through these things and we don't know how to deal with or cope with them. Being that I am a little bit older and have been through my fair share of breakups, I thought I would share a little bit of my knowledge in the way I kind of get through these things. Now, no, I am not a professional. I don't really know anything about anything other than things that I have observed over the years of dating. Now, this is applicable to anybody, male, female, genderless, anything in between. You can apply these same steps to help you recover from that loss. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So you and your boo have broken up and you're completely heartbroken. You have no idea what you're gonna do next. You thought that this person was your absolute everything, but at the end of the day, you guys decided to part ways for whatever reasons. Whether it's something you've done directly, something your partner's done directly, or just you two mutually deciding to part ways, it's often tough to get over those old relationships. The first step is to allow yourself to grieve. You've invested your time, energy, emotions, and a lot of times your finances in this person. And it's tough to lose that investment knowing that you won't get any of that back. So allow yourself some space to be sad, to process your emotions, to confront your hurt and deal with it in a healthy way. But at the same time, you can't live in that sadness forever. You're gonna have to move on. And remember, it's not all insert gender's fault that this is happening to you. This is specific to your relationship and the person that you were with. Don't wrap everybody else up into that. Try to refrain from getting upset with the person that you were with. It's a very dangerous way to cope and can lead you down some very dark paths. Being sad and having a good cry there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly acceptable and it's healthy for you. Just make sure you're finding more positive ways to grieve. And I think this next step will really help you get there. The next step is to take some time to reflect. Take a moment to look back on your relationship and reflect on it. Think about what went well and what you enjoyed about it and where you think you may have stumbled. Focus on the things that you can control, as this can help you continue to become a better person and ultimately a better partner. Everyone is different and has different needs, but looking back on some of the things you could have done better will help you approach your next relationship with an open mind. This is something I find myself doing at the end of every relationship. I have been the person who's done something wrong, whether it be cheating or lying or a variety of other things. And I've also been on the receiving end of something bad happening, and also just me and a person deciding that, hey, this is not gonna work for us. I like to take some time to think about where we were and who I was in that relationship. Taking stock of a lot of the things that I did and maybe where I may have lost focus or not paid attention to things. Just making sure that I'm more cognizant of those things in the next relationship that I'm in. No, I'm not saying that you're gonna get it right every single time, but just to take that time and to kind of process that data in your head can do a lot for your own mental health and making you a better person and helping you be there for the next person that you're with. Though it's nice to get closure and understanding of where you can improve, reflection should be mostly undertaken by yourself. Beyond having that closure conversation with your previous significant other, try to refrain from maintaining regular contact with your ex. This can open the door for you to end up in an unhealthy, constant loop with this person. Obviously, you two split up for a particular reason and things haven't quite been addressed in your relationship yet. Keeping yourselves intertwined together will not help either of you grow into the people that you need to be better partners. Obviously, you both need time to learn and grow and to heal. So take this solo time to really take stock of what you liked about that relationship and that particular partner and what you didn't like. Give yourself a chance to take in and learn those lessons that you got from that previous relationship, so you're not bringing that old baggage into your your next one. Remember that this breakup is permanent and it should remain that way. If you two were to ever get back together in the future, you should be two different people who have grown and learned from your mistakes. Don't leave out of this relationship with the false hope that you're gonna win this person back. You need to win yourself back. And that's what your focus really should be on. So for my next tip, I would say fill your newfound free time with something that you've been wanting to do. Now, that could be a hobby, an activity, a vacation, like whatever it is, but make sure it's something within the realm of possibility. Oftentimes when walking out of these major breakups, we create this false expectation that we're gonna go to the gym and get ripped and get buff and show our ex, or we're gonna start a business and make a ton of money, or we're gonna travel around the world, when in reality, we can't afford, or we don't have the discipline, or we just can't do those things. Instead, start with basics. Pick up a very realistic hobby that you can do in that free time you would normally be spending with your partner. Instead of saying to yourself that you're gonna become a prolific gamer, say that you're gonna spend more time playing games and finding the one that you like and one that you wanna spend some time mastering. That's a little bit more realistic for you. And I think oftentimes we just set these unrealistic expectations that we're gonna leave out of this relationship and live our best life, and we end up being sad and depressed because we're not living up to those lofty expectations that we've created for ourselves. And listen, I get it. You're sad, you're lonely, and you're probably horny. But maybe instead of scrolling through your contacts and your IG feed trying to find someone to fill that hole in your heart, do something that you've just been wanting to do for a while. Build a Lego set, start drawing, start making YouTube videos. There's no guarantee that you are gonna become the most prolific person ever to do something, but there is a sense of satisfaction in doing something that you wanna do for you. And the most important part about picking up this new hobby or task or whatever it is that you wanna do is sticking with it. Please stick with it. I can't stress how important that is with anything that you decide to do. It'll occupy your time, keep your mind busy, and give you a sense of accomplishment and purpose. For example, when me and my ex broke up, I started painting on jeans and t-shirts. And yeah, I did try to formulate a brand out of it, and it didn't really work out that way for me, but I stuck with it for about 3 years until I moved out of Chicago down here to West Palm Beach. For me, it was very, very therapeutic, and it only really got stressful for me when I started selling the stuff and I had to meet deadlines. But it was so enjoyable to sit down and be creative and work out all of my hurt and my pain and my fear into these garments that I was making. Because when my relationship ended, I felt like I had failed. And it's very easy for you to feel that way too. Sticking with it gives you something to make you feel like you haven't failed, like you've accomplished something. It's those small wins, those small victories that help you reach that point where you feel like you can get over it. Now, I know we're over here talking about a serious topic, but if you are loving what you're seeing in this video already, go ahead and click that like button and let them know that you fucks with your boy. And you know what? If you fucking with this or any of my other content, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button so you know when I'm dropping something new, and I'm gonna keep on delivering you that fire content that I know y'all love. Now, let's get back into the video. So for my next point, I would say rekindle those friendships that you've been neglecting. Listen, it happens. You get into that relationship, you get really locked in on that person, and you start kind of forgetting about the relationships that you had before. And when I say relationships, I mean your friendships. And I think everybody kind of knows and understands that, and there's never really any love lost when that happens. But now it's time to circle back around and reestablish those relationships that are key to your healing process. Good friends will call you out for your mistakes and help you grow into a better person and a better partner. They will also be by your side to help cheer you up. They'll be the ones to pick up the phone when you feel like you have no one else to talk to. They provide you that love and support to help you fill that hole in your heart. But listen, don't be a selfish asshole and only hit your friends up when you're in trouble or when you're having a bad time in life or something's going wrong with your relationship. Talk to your friends. You should be doing that anyway. In fact, if you're watching this and you're in a relationship right now and you haven't been communicating with your friends regularly, what the hell is wrong with you? Pick up your phone, call your damn friends, tell them that you're sorry for being an asshole, and rekindle those relationships now. Because I guarantee you, when that person is no longer there for you, those are the same people who will be standing up there with you, holding you up while you try to figure your shit out. And I can tell you this from personal experience because I ghosted my friends for a long time when I got into deep relationships, only to have to come back with my tail between my legs and say, hey, hey, things didn't work out and I'm lonely. And you know what my friend said to me? Marcus, you're an asshole, but you know what? You're still our boy though. Come on over here. Let's cheer you up. Remember that you can't and you shouldn't spend every waking moment with your partner. You'll just be completely isolated from the rest of the world. You need other perspectives in your life to help keep you in line. Also, it just feels good to contribute to other people's lives. I love it when my friends call me and ask me for advice about anything from relationships to buying to style, which is my favorite thing to give. Those are really rewarding moments for me in my life, knowing that I can contribute to someone else's success or happiness or whatever it is. And most of all, it just makes me feel human. And the last thing that I want to say to you before I sign off is you're going to be okay. You are 100% going to be okay. You're going to survive this. You're going to get out of it and you're going to be better for it. Things like this happen for a reason. And you know what? Maybe your relationship had an expiration date. Everything does. Everything is finite. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing is for certain, as Outkast once said to me. But the thing is, you always have you. Love you. Love yourself. Rediscover yourself. Embrace yourself. Forgive yourself. Let yourself heal. It's okay to not be okay. But remember, this won't last forever. And one day, you'll meet someone new and you'll try it all over again. And hey, maybe this will be your quote unquote forever person. Maybe it won't. But you know what? You have to pick yourself up and you keep going. And that's the best thing that I can tell you at the end of this video. Pick yourself up and keep going. It's not the end of the world and it's not the end of you. You got this. And most importantly, I love you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's outside of my normal content. However, I feel like it's important none the same. I'm a little bit of an older guy and I've been through a few things. I've had a lot of peaks and valleys. And I just want you young folks out there to know that like life keeps going and you got this. You're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. I promise you that. You'll find the right person to stick with it and keep improving yourself and growing and learning as a person. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch one of these two right here. And until the next time, peace.